I understand your pain, your frustration. It's shit being addicted to porn. It literally took me 150 attempts to quit. I'd get onto NoFap because, I wanted to quit because I hated feeling like a loser, degenerate, failure. I wanted to do something with my life. I wanted to get girls and stop just doing it by myself because it's gay and weird, right? So I get onto NoFap because that's what everyone tells you to do. So I'd quit porn cold turkey 1 day in, cool. 2 days in, great. The discipline, the motivation's there, I feel good. Day 3, I wake up. The biggest urge you can imagine, the biggest one I've had in months, right? But it's fine. Discipline, David Goggins, I'm not doing it. I'm not going back to that life. 5 hours later, the urge is still there. It's not moved, okay? Literally till the second I went to bed, the urge is staying up here. And obviously, I didn't make it till I went to bed. I'd already relapsed. I'd already reset my NoFap streak. I already felt like a failure. I already told myself I was a loser for failing. So I relapsed again, because that's what you do. Then I'd just be like, I've done it twice now. Let's just go again. I'm on day 0 of NoFap. Who cares? I'm already a failure. Who gives a shit? Let's go again. I'd do that so many times, 150 times, 200 times. Get into NoFap, get 2 or 3 days in, and then relapse, feel like a loser, give up. Then a week later, I'm back on NoFap. I'm going to do it. Then I failed again. So I got out of that cycle. I quit at 19 after a 6-year addiction of failing on NoFap so much. Here's how I did it. Step 1, I got off NoFap, right? So if you want to succeed and quit porn, get off NoFap. It's going to fuck up your mental health, and it doesn't even help, right? All the NoFap YouTubers have never had a porn addiction. They make them videos because they get the most views. Oh, the NoFap benefits timeline. If you don't watch porn for 90 days, you'll start levitating. It's just gay. It's cringe and it doesn't work, right? The reason it doesn't work is because when you've got a porn addiction, if you're like me, I was doing it every day, 2-3 times a day. I've done it so much that it was ingrained into my brain to do it every day. I've done it over 1,000 times. I was like a normal kid. I was completely addicted, right? So literally at the same time every day, my body would be like, oh, it's time to watch porn, make him horny. Before bed, I'd watch it every single night, religiously. So when that time of night came, my body was like, okay, make him horny, he's watching porn. Same way you eat at the same time every day, right? If you wake up and eat immediately, your body responds to that by making you hungry at that time every single day because it's just helping you out, right? Point is, I was completely addicted, possibly like you. To get onto NoFap, which is quitting cold turkey, is retarded. It's stupid, right? I was watching it, I don't know, 15 times in a week, we'll say, right? Here's 15 times. NoFap. So the next day, I'd go to 0. There's no middle, 15 to 0. On paper, it's great. On paper, yeah, quit in 2 weeks. Cool, nice. But as we know, we can't stick to that. Would you ask a fat lady who's trying to lose some weight to just starve herself? No, because she's not going to stick to it. Yeah, but if she didn't eat for 2 weeks, she'd lose weight. She wouldn't make the 2 weeks. She's been eating her whole life, a lot of food. She's got fat. Don't expect herself and her body to be able to manage not eating for 2 weeks. Even extremely fit people and disciplined people struggle with that. You expect a fat woman to do that? Not happening. You expect a porn addicted guy to just quit instantly with all these addictive TikTok, Instagram, the algorithm trying to fuck you over with the perfect videos to make you horny. You're not going to survive. I didn't survive. It's not your fault, right? But it's our responsibility to get over that. Point is, NoFap's stupid. Can't go from being addicted, doing it every day, to just cold turkey like that. Okay, so get off NoFap. Also, when you're on NoFap and you relapse, it makes you feel like a complete loser. Because you're expecting, get to day 30 of NoFap and you'll start getting girls. You get to day 27, you relapse, and they tell you, right, you're back to day 0, you've lost all the benefits, you've lost all the progress. Those 27 days, pointless. You failed. Fuck off. Start again, pal. So all that progress is gone. You're back to square one. Even though you've just gone 4 weeks without watching porn, the girls are miles away, you feel like a loser, so you give up. That's what they teach you. But the fact that one relapse can ruin 4 weeks of not relapsing is stupid. Of course it doesn't. If you go to the gym consistently for 4 weeks, you miss 1 day, have you lost all your gains? No. Right? If a beginner was going to the gym and you're like, oh, been every day for the past month, but I missed a day, I might as well give up. You'd be thinking, you're an idiot. What? You need to have days off. It's the same with porn. NoFap's stupid, get off it. Quickly, by the way, if you like my advice, there's no pressure, but the link below is my porn quitting course. helps you quit faster because it's got all my tips and mistakes. Supports me, supports you. So if you're interested, check it out before the price goes up. So what do? You're off NoFap because it's shit. Get onto my system called LessFap. It's how it sounds. This week, fap less than you did last week. That's it. If you watch porn, I don't care how much, 10 times last week, 20, 30 times. If you're doing it 3 times a day, let's say you watch it 30 times last week, that's fine. This week, instead of going to 0 like a dickhead, go to 27 times, even 28, even 29, because that's all less than 30, meaning that's progress. Now you're probably thinking, 29 times in a week, that's not progress. You did it 30 times last week. I'm pretty sure 29 is less than 30, so yeah, it is progress, right? So drop the ego. You're not ready to go to 0. You're simply not. Don't believe you can quit into... If NoFap worked, you'd have quit by now. If NoFap worked, we wouldn't have a porn addiction epidemic. Because NoFap's so popular, everyone gets on it, but no one succeeds. So get onto LessFap, but just watch it less each week, gradually. You're doing it so gradual that your brain doesn't notice you're watching it less. So by the time you're watching it once a week, your brain's not thinking, what's happening? You just think this is normal. It thinks you've been watching porn once a week for your whole life. It doesn't know 2 months ago you were watching it 3 times a day because you've gradually reduced it. You're sort of like manipulating your brain, but in a good way. Okay? It works because you can still watch porn. You're getting benefits each week because, as I said, you get benefits from watching porn less. Not from quitting cold turkey, just from watching it less. So if you're still watching porn, you can still experience benefits. If you watch porn 5% less, you get 5% confident, 5% less anxious, 5% more testosterone. You don't need to quit cold turkey to get any benefits. Now, obviously, I teach all my clients to quit cold turkey because that's best for them. But at first, to get rid of your addiction, if you're watching it once a week in a couple months, that's fine. That's better than doing it 3 times a day. So you're getting benefits. And finally, the reason it works so well is because after all these years, you're making progress to quitting porn, which feels great. Imagine going to the gym for 5 years and not making a single pound of muscle. You'd feel shit. You'd be like, I've put in all this hard work and nothing to show for it, right? It's the same with porn. You get onto NoFap for years and you make 0 progress because it's the same thing. You just get onto it, 3 days in, relapse, feel like a failure, relapse again. The cycle continues. You make not only 0 progress on NoFap, you make negative progress on NoFap because you just get more addicted. With LessFap, within 1 or 2 weeks, you've made more progress than you have on 5 years of NoFap. That's my experience anyway. Because I watched it 5-10% less over the next 2 weeks, which is more progress than years of NoFap ever did for me. So you're just going to feel great, right? Imagine if you weren't making progress in the gym, and you finally switched your training plan, started eating well. Within a week, you notice gains, you notice muscle. You feel good. You're not going to give up and go back, are you? You're going to stick on this one because it works. Same thing with LessFap. Now, one more thing I'm going to teach you as a bonus tip, and it's just going to make it easier and make you have a better life. Set goals, right? When I was watching porn the most, my life was at its worst. That's how it works. Life shit, porn a lot. When my life was shit because I had no goals. I had no future, I had no aspiration. I was going to go to a college and a university to study something that I didn't care for. So I'd get a job I didn't like, a 9 to 5. I'd still be watching porn. I'd still be unmotivated and undisciplined to do anything, so I'd be fat. If I found a wife, she'd be mid. If we had kids, they'd be average. And that would be my life. Sounds crazy, but that's the average life for most people, right? Fat, addicted to porn, come on, eat crisps, average life, average wife, average house, average kids. I don't want that. If you want that, by all means, keep watching porn, feel like a loser and hate your life. I don't want that life. Most guys are semi-depressed because of that life. So why do they have that life? 2 reasons. Because they watch porn too much, so they've just taken away all their ambition, testosterone, motivation to do anything with their lives. 2, they've never set goals, right? So when I'd envision my future, it's shit. I'd get sad, so I'd watch porn, because that's what I did when I'm sad. When I set goals of making 10k a month helping people online. I set the goal of getting a great body, so girls wanting me, guys respecting me, just the normal goals of a kid. Get rich, get ripped, and then whatever your goal is, I don't care what it is, as long as it's not harming people, that's now your future, because each day you're going to make progress towards it. One day you're going to wake up and achieve that goal. How much more exciting is your future now? It's a 9 to 5 compared to the great body, the great girl, the money. It's night and day difference, simply because you set the goals. My goal is to get a 10 out of 10 body. I don't have it yet, but each day I make progress to it. One day I'll achieve it. So I'm not going to be depressed now thinking, I don't have the body yet, this is shit, I'm going to watch porn. No, I'm like, one day I'll achieve the body. Let's make some progress towards it. Watching porn is not going to help that, so I'm not going to watch it. Simply from setting goals, your life's better, and in turn, you watch less porn, right? It's just that simple. So you're going to watch less porn and your life's just going to get better. So set goals. Watch your happiness double just by simply doing that. Write them down if you're serious about this, and your porn addiction will disappear within a couple months. It's not going to take a couple of weeks, a couple of months. But if you want to get onto NoFap, be addicted in another year and watch this video again and say you were right, you can do that. But if you want to take my advice, quit in 2 months, 3 months, however addicted you are right now, quit in a couple of months, then you can. I hope you do that. But if you don't, that's up to you. So get onto LessFap. Never get onto NoFap. No, don't watch another NoFap video ever again. Don't even think about NoFap. Get onto LessFap. Just watch it less and less each week. Progressively deload how much you watch it. So you're just watching it less each week. That's what it means. And set goals. So you forget about porn. You've got an exciting future. And you got a good life. That's how you quit. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like this advice, and goodbye. By the way, no pressure, but the link under this video is my paid porn quitting course. When you feel like you trust me enough, and if you feel like my free advice has helped you change your life in any way, check that out right now.